What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, what's up, everybody? DJ Biggs here, and I gotta talk about the most recent event I attended, which was called Japanese Hip Hop, a panel on Japanese hip hop. Um, we attended that in the Japan Society out in Manhattan, not too far from the United Nations. We was there, and it was called Japanese Hip Hop: A Cross Cultural Conversation, and it featured my man Mecha Godzilla, Kamachi, and Asuka. And it was pretty much a panel discussion about Japanese hip hop, the cross pollination, if you will, of hip hop. Of course, started in Bronx, New York, and the embrace of Japan that has embraced the culture as hip hop culture. And I've always said that Japanese always embrace the culture more than we do here in the States. They literally like take it back to the early to the birth, with the b boys and the DJ scratching and not so much emphasizing on the mic like how we do over here, but they pretty much focus on all the elements. So this panel was pretty much talking about one particular female Japanese MC who goes by the name of Kamachi, who started out um, in the early 2000s, and from there building up her catalog, building up her reputation as being a battle MC, which I've learned all that on the panel, and of course crossing over, trying to do her best to cross over here to the States. And she dropped so much music. I did not know that she pretty much has been around for quite some time, not only doing MC battles, in Japan, but also around the world. But also too, she fuses Japanese folklore or Japanese folk music with traditional Japanese instruments and infuse that with hip hop. And she pretty much talked about her background, her beginnings, her upcomings, and she talks about where she's going with her music and why she incorporated traditional Japanese instruments and also why she incorporated Japanese folklore into hip hop. And then she raps about it and she puts the two of them together. And of course, Mechagodzilla is an incredible producer who I happened to meet for the first time that night. Straight out of Brooklyn, New York. This man has done so much work with so many different MCs, kind of like Sean Price. He did track the chords with Komachi, who was there, and they did a live performance of her rapping over his beats, which was incredible. I mean, they had an incredible performance. And then there was Asuka. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. She was playing a traditional Japanese instrument, and she incorporated her instrument to Komachi's and Mechagodzilla's work, and it worked with the performances that they did because you saw a live instrument playing. Mecha, he was dropping the beats and everything, and this was like a dope concept. And for me, I'm a person that likes listening to new sounds, new music, of course. And I've never really tapped into Japanese hip hop, and I think this was like a nice little introduction, if you will. And I'm actually glad I went to the panel. Actually glad I went out there. I bumped into a lot of people that I haven't seen in years. When I mean years, I emphasize it in plural because these are people who I haven't seen in, like, man, this is 2025. So we're talking about pre-pandemic, obviously, literally like in the mid 2010s, maybe a little bit earlier than that. And I was glad I saw them, and we kind of kicked it, chopped it up, and everything else. So I gotta say that listening to Komachi on in the Japan Society, that was an incredible night. If you was there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you wasn't, That's tough. I don't know what to tell you. But I'll be trying to do my best to even discuss this a little bit deeper. Hopefully one time I can have Mecca come on the show and have a conversation with him about how he brought in Japan, and when we think about Japan, we're talking about anime and uh Magna, I should say. I'm sorry. Their little cartoon characters and stuff like that. But it's kind of cool to see them appreciate hip hop for what it used to be, and the fact that we embrace them, embracing the culture. So that's a dope thing. And Japan Society, I've been there a couple of times already, but I've only been there for film screenings, and I know I have to go back in there again because they got a couple of film festivals coming up really soon before the calendar year's over. Japan Cuts, you got the Asian Film Festival as well as coming like later in the year. So I'm gonna do my best to give you all the information on that, in the next couple of months. But props to Japan Society for even giving me the opportunity to show out there and talked about it. I did post some I think I posted some videos and stuff like that on the on social media. If I believe I covered it as much as I could because it was a incredible night. And I want to say on that note, I'm gonna be tuning into more Japanese hip hop and giving you guys as much it's research when I start researching it, that's for sure. But also too, I also gonna let you guys know like whatever artists I feel that's hitting that you guys should be listening to. So on that note, let me just sign off. This is DJ Biggs, Computer Blast NYC Radio.